From the opening tip, it was clear that something special was brewing, not just a game but a statement. The Indiana Fever, a team long dismissed as a work in progress, was staring down the defending champions, the Las Vegas Aces, in a semifinal matchup that no one expected to look this one-sided. But by the end of the night, it was undeniable. This was Indiana's coming-of-age performance, led by the unstoppable brilliance of Kelsey Mitchell and the fearlessness of Aaliyah Boston. It started with a spark, a reminder of belief. Lexi Hull, who had sealed Indiana's last victory with a late-game steal against Atlanta, embodied the same fire from the jump. Every possession mattered, every hustle play told the story of a team tired of being overlooked. From the first bucket, the Fever attacked with purpose, unshaken by the Aces' reputation. The game opened with Natasha Howard and Aaliyah Boston trading blows in the post. Boston, still in just her second year, was commanding double teams like a seasoned star. She planted herself on the block, calling for the ball with that mix of power and poise that has already made her one of the league's most dominant young centers. When the Aces tried to collapse on her, she adapted: pump, fake, spin, finish. It wasn't flashy, it was surgical. Meanwhile, Kelsey Mitchell was electric. Every time she crossed half court, Vegas's defense tensed up. She started slow, a few deep jumpers, a measured rhythm, but then came the explosion. A long two here, a floater there, a crossover that sent defenders the wrong way. Mitchell was in total control, blending speed and precision in a way that left the Aces scrambling to keep up. Across from her, A'ja Wilson, the reigning MVP, the face of dominance, was struggling. Every shot felt labored, every drive met resistance. She wanted contact, wanted rhythm, but the rim seemed determined to betray her. She missed her first 6 attempts, and as frustration built, Indiana seized their chance. Mitchell hit a contested jumper, Odyssey Sims attacked the paint with confidence, and Boston kept battling down low. Suddenly, it wasn't just a hot start. It was a message: Indiana was not afraid. As Vegas tried to find stability, the Fever only tightened their grip. Brianna Turner anchored the defense with relentless energy, reading passing lanes, contesting every shot, refusing to give the Aces clean looks. Her anticipation turned stops into fast breaks, and the Fever capitalized every time. Sims, a veteran presence with ice in her veins, orchestrated the offense like a conductor, setting up Boston and Turner with perfectly timed feeds. And then there was Kelsey Mitchell. There's a rhythm to her game that feels inevitable once she finds it, like watching a storm form over calm water. With the shot clock winding down, she'd hit an impossible fadeaway. Then she'd turn around and slice through 2 defenders for an effortless layup. When A'ja Wilson switched onto her, it didn't matter. Mitchell simply shifted gears, blew past her, and scored again. She was toying with the defense. The crowd could feel it, that quiet disbelief when an underdog begins to look like the better team. Vegas was searching for answers, but the Fever were dictating everything. At one point, Wilson finally hit a tough turnaround jumper, but it was immediately answered by another Mitchell bucket. It became clear this wasn't just a fluke. Indiana's offense had chemistry, patience, and swagger. By halftime, Vegas looked rattled. Their body language said it all: heads down, miscommunications piling up, the usually crisp ball movement replaced by desperation. On the other end, the Fever were flowing. Sims was pushing the tempo, Hull and Mitchell were locking in defensively, and Boston was outplaying Wilson possession by possession. Every loose ball belonged to Indiana. Every momentum shift tilted in their favor. As the second half began, the Aces tried to reassert control. Kelsey Plum knocked down a few jumpers, Jackie Young attacked off the dribble, and Vegas briefly trimmed the lead. But Indiana didn't blink. When the game tightened, they answered with a run of their own, an 11-0 burst capped by Mitchell draining another impossible jumper over 2 defenders. By the end of the third quarter, the Fever had built a double-digit cushion and all the swagger that came with it. The defining play of the night came in the fourth. Aaliyah Boston found herself isolated against Wilson, the reigning MVP, looking to finally take control. Boston faced her up, jabbed once, then spun baseline. Wilson lunged to cut her off and fell for the fake. Boston pivoted back and finished with ease, leaving Wilson flat-footed. The crowd erupted. It wasn't just a bucket, it was symbolic. The rookie had just put the league's most dominant player on skates. From there, Indiana simply closed the door. Sims kept finding Turner with laser-sharp passes inside. Hull hounded Jackie Young on defense. And Kelsey Mitchell, in full rhythm now, kept scoring from everywhere, pull-ups, drives, even deep threes with a hand in her face. The Aces, known for their composure, looked out of sync. With every minute that passed, the Fever's confidence grew louder. When the buzzer finally sounded, the scoreboard told the story that words barely could. Indiana, a team dismissed by critics, doubted by fans, and overlooked by the league, had outplayed, outworked, and outright stunned the defending champions. Kelsey Mitchell walked off the floor with a quiet fire in her eyes, her performance echoing her own words, "I don't want my greatness to sneak up on people. I want them to expect it." Tonight, everyone watching knew exactly what to expect, and she delivered it. Aaliyah Boston's poise, Odyssey Sims's leadership, and the team's relentless defense had reshaped the landscape of the series. The Aces were no longer untouchable. The Fever weren't rebuilding, they were rising. And as the cameras panned across the celebrating Indiana bench, you could feel it. This wasn't just one upset. It was a turning point. The balance of power was shifting, and the Fever had officially arrived. What did you think of Kelsey Mitchell's performance? Was this the game that put Indiana on the map for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you love these deep dives into the stories that define the WNBA, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this playoff run is just getting started.